Good morning, friends. Today I am going to sum up the important things to develop our wisdom, develop our knowledge. We have to read. The importance of reading. In case you are one of the many who ignore reading, has been. Surely you are missing something which is very important in life. Reading has so many benefits for person's happy and successful life. The following are some of the benefits of reading and internal stimulation. Staying mentally stimulated can reduce the chance of Alzheimer and dementia, as any of that muscles body mind need exercise to be active. Reading give this exercise will prevent it from losing power. The famous phrase correctly explained this message: use it or lose it, use it or lose it. If you read, you will lose. If you read, you will gain everything. If you will not read, means you lost everything. Use it or lost it. So reading is that main key point to enhance our knowledge and knowledge as well as wisdoms to lead successful life in this world. And knowledge, and if you daily read books, article or even newspaper, you will soon realize yourself at different level of attitude in life. While reading the greater of knowledge, you acquire more better equipped, you will find yourself in a few days time. Another benefit of acquiring knowledge is, when you acquire knowledge, it can never be taken away from you. Vocabulary importance. If you read regularly, you will come across a new word which will gradually help you whenever you require. Being eloquent, well spoken is of the great importance to climb higher in nursing professions. Knowing that you can speak to higher ups with self confidence can be an enormous boost to your self esteem. This helps to get a raise in salary or even a promotion. You will be recognized and appreciated for being well read, well spoken, knowledgeable on variety of topics. The memory improvement. When you read the book, you have to remember an assortment of the characters, their background, ambition, history, nuances, as well as that various arc and subplot to that the wave their way through every stories. Brains are amazing, can remember these things with great case. The vocabulary for everyday activities, abbreviations, medical vocabularies. The patients come to the hospital with various health problems who also speak diverse language. English is the global language. You will face such situation every now and then, irrespective of the country you stay. Learning English, the medical vocabulary, is very important for nurse to understand the conditions of the patient, and it is easy for you to communicate with the patient and another professionals such as doctor, pharmacist, paramedics, receptionist. When you are talking to that patient who can speak only in English, you should be able to talk to them only in English so the patient are comfortable, and you also have the better understanding about the needs. Now we are going to see about that the communicative English. The followings are some of the medical vocabularies. The word of the speech, meanings and example with sentences. Abnormal, it is an adjective. Not normal for human body. This amount of weight loss is abnormal for women in your age. Ache, that is A-C-H-E, ache, a noun or verb. The pain that won't go away, won't go away, ache. I can't sleep because my knee ache in that night. Acute, adjectives. quick to become severe or bad. Quick to become severe or bad. We know the baby was coming right away because the woman's labor, the pain were acute. Allergy or allergic. Allergy means ALERGY. Allergy, noun, or allergic adjectives. A body of normal reactions to certain food or environment substance. And case the rashes. Your son is extremely allergic to the peanut. One of the student is living in that Pennar hostel. The mushroom rice is allergic to him. That's why every day, whenever the mushroom biryani will provided by the hostel management, and he used to eat in the canteen only because allergic. Unless and he ready to pay for 500 rupees for 50 rupees dinner. If he fail to give 50 rupees to the other people, he must pay 500 rupees to that. Next, ambulance, noun. Emergency vehicle that rush people to the hospital. Ambulance is the vehicle she used to take the people to the hospital in the critical situation for the treatment. And we called the ambulance when Joseph stopped breathing. We called the ambulance when the Joseph stopped breathing. That means he died. Amnesia. Conditions that cause people lose their memory. I can't remember the accident because I had amnesia. All the people, amnesia is a good medicine to lead peaceful life in this world. If any past unhappiness means that should be forgotten unless we will be affected by regarding with this. Okay, and amputation or ampute, the permanent removal of that limb. We had to ampute his leg because the infection spread quickly. Ampute due to the highly affected person. And what is that? Sugar complaint. Diabetes patient, their leg or fingers, hand, body, leg should be amputated and removed unless the infection is spread to another area. Anemia or anemic. Anemia means noun. Anemic means adjectives. Occur when that body doesn't have enough red blood cells. Some of the people look like in that white in color. That is represents to that lack of blood cells. Even that all the European people are affected with anemia. I have a low energy because I am anemic. Low energy. Red blood cells are very important. There should be more in our blood. Then only the oxygen transformation will happen. Digestion happens properly. That is more. White blood cells improve our immunity and prevent the antibodies which entered into our body to stop anything for this. But red blood cells only responsible for oxygen transformations to our body and carbon dioxide transfers to the and unless our to the surroundings. The antibiotics you know very well, it is a noun. Medications that kills bacteria and cures infections. That my throat infections went away after I started the antibiotics. Yes, you know very well. I more than a week I affected with throat infections. After taking only antibiotic, I get normal from these throat infections, but diabetes problem increased with the medicine or injections and serums increased the effect of and diabetes. Sugar level increase in my body. The antidepressant noun. Medications that help relieve anxiety and sadness. Anxiety, if anybody is unhappy or the sad means some of the medicine if you take and it will become normal. And the antidepressant helped me to get on with life after Lucy died. Some of the people wants to lead unconscious state to death to forget the death of very close people regarding with that antidepressant. Next is arthritis noun. Arthritis, a disease that causes the joint to become swollen and crippled. The swollen in that knee as well as that ankle and all the joints, making great problem. Arthritis, and after 50 years world, people used to get this kind of problems to deficiency of the malnutrition like this. My grandmother's can't anymore because the arthritis in her hand is so bad, and like this. Immediately we must take a treatment regarding with this. Asthma attack. Asthma, the conditions that cause the blockage of that airway and make it difficult for a person to breathe. I carry an inhaler when I run because I have asthma. The asthma people must have that inhaler. Even at the time of death of my mother is also affected with asthma, and she also used to have use that this inhaler. Inhaler, one tablet should be put into that inhaler, and whenever she felt struggle to breathe regarding for this, but I did not care regarding for this. I am also having such problems in our life. Bed sore noun. It is a wound that develop on the patient body from lying in one place for too long place. If any person is lay on the bed more than 3 months or 4 months, or that continuously 1 month, definitely they will get the bed sore. That is a very dangerous things. Even the wounds will comes out. I had seen one of my friend was lay on that bed for more than 6 months under the pressure of her present. She died also because of that. Wound that develop on that patient body from lying in one place for that too long. If you don't get up and take a walk, you will develop that painful bed sore. I am also upright. We should not sit for long time. If you sit long times, always means and sore will come to the back. And lay on that bed means the back of our body you will get. Next thing is that Benjan. Benjan means adjectives, not harmful and not cancerous. We are hoping that and the feast will show that that lump in your breast is Benjan. Yes. And biopsy, the removal of the human tissues in order to conduct the certain medical test that is called biopsy means removal of that some of the removal of human tissues in order to conduct certain medical and test. Biopsy ruled out of number of illness. Blood pressure, the rate at which blood flow through that body, high or low. High pressure and low pressure. High pressure we can manage, but low pressure is too difficult. It is our duty to maintain the, and normal pressure is blood pressure is very important. Then only we will get the pressure in our life. A high blood pressure put you at a risk having a heart attack. If you have that high blood pressure and put you at that risk of having a heart attack. Heart attack means heart will be stopped. So all that we should not have too much of spicy items. The two spicy items increase the blood pressure. We have to reduce the salt, reduce the and spicy organs like chili powder and pepper powder or some things like that. We have to add that and normal spicy items in our body. Bruised and bruised, the injured body tissues that is visible underneath the skin, and also red color, red spaces we can find. If you beat anybody with a stick means you can find that some kind of red places even in that black person have that two dark color places. White people have that red bruisedness. The injured body tissues that is visible underneath that skin. The woman was badly bruised when she came into that emergency room like this. And the infected body we can see with that in the different color, that is called bruised or bruised. And cesarean section or C section nowadays Cesarean section is that important section because highly not possible for normal delivery like this. Procedures that involves removing the baby from its mother through and incision in that woman's lower abdomen. That is known as that. In those days, only 20 years back, 30 years back, only normal delivery. Unless the difficult situation, the mother and and died, and child later the child will be died inside that stomach. Because of that, no facility for cesarean in those days. Nowadays, only for a normal delivery in those days. Nowadays, maximum for that cesarean, because they will get more amount from the and parents or something like this. Procedures that involve removing the baby from its mother through that incision in that woman's lower part. Abhi cut panni open that abdomen and remove the baby, and things which is from the and water or earth. The baby was large that we had to perform the cesarean section. If any baby 4 kg or 4.5 kg or above 3.5 kgs means that not possible for normal delivery. They must be operated and removed from the cesarean operation. Cancer, disease caused by that uncontrolled growth cells in that body, in the mind, in the blood or something like this. Whatever it is, dangerous disease. For this, recently one report is identified treatment. Whoever is affected with cancer, they must be fasting for oftenly. That disease will be controlled or something like this. Disease caused by the uncontrolled growth of cells. And there are many different options when it comes to treating the cancer. Many kinds of adula only fasting. We should not eat continuously for that too long. அடுத்தது cardiopulmonary resuscitation, CPR and noun. Restoration person's breath and circulation. Artificial breathing facilities should be given to the person in that time of operation or whatever difficult situations. You saved your brother's life by performing CPR. CPR na cardiopulmonary resuscitations. Artificial breathing. Artificially in opposite of the Adiman College, there is industry is there for air product. Air product means they are producing carbon dioxide, oxygen and methane, neon and many more gases. Regarding for this, actually nature can produce all the things. Next thing is and chemotherapy. It is also chemotherapy means a type of treatment used for a cancer patient. If anybody is affected with blood cancer, their blood should be removed and normal blood injected into the body of the cancer patient. It is also here that one of the topmost person also having that issues. This chemotherapy treatment daily happen in that Birla hospital. I had seen regarding for this, very expensive and costly regarding for that people, all the Lions Club and all other members getting blood from us. 1 unit regarding with this. My mother has already had 3 rounds of chemotherapy. Daily having that chemotherapy and good, very good to survive, to live longer in this world. Dehydrated means in need of water. Dehydrated body, the too much of urination is go out or sweating is come out body. Too much of water is required in that blood as well as in the all the part is essential to work normally. Immediately the many government hospital dehydrated powder is used to give, that will increase the water level in our body. It is easy for that elderly to become dehydrated in this heat. At the next, diabetes. Most of the people, India is also become that land of diabetes very soon because of this. The scientists and the many more dangerous and inorganic fertilizer and pesticide people will bring that great reward to us. The type of disease typically involving in insulin deficiency. Insulin deficiency. The people with diabetes who have to consult and check their blood sugar level. That is more important. Yeah, normal 140 is a normal, and above normal is that 130 or something. Below 100 is also very low blood sugar is also very dangerous unless the organs will not work well. Normally, and between that 200 and 100 is a very good conditions. Maintain the sugar level in our body is very important. People with diabetes who have constantly check their blood sugar level, but I will not check it, but I am also a diabetes patient, but I can understand is the some of the pain, numbness in that thigh or that giddiness come means sugar level is more, so I conscious to reduce that intake of the sugar or rice or anything for this. Fracture or fractured, broken or cracked bones. Cracked bones. You know that the football players many times broke their leg and also hand regarding for this, and concrete workers and laborers also fell down and making accidental people is multi fractures. Our Arjit also had that more than 14 and fracture. And a fracture in his body, but even though he became the very successful person, broken or crack of and cracked bones, your wrist is fractured and need a cast regarding for this. Immediately we go and take a treatment from the dentist. Dentist, what is that for one who giving treatment for that bone and another things for this. Antidepressant medicines that help relieve that anxiety and sadness. Antidepressant, for example, make that if any in the lunatics and the Kilpakkam and Yarwadi people did not use that any antidepressant medicines, but in the Kilpakkam and government running and lunatics people treatment area, artist people using this. Any person is too aggressive means they used to give the anesthetic substance or any other things, medicines that help to relieve anxiety and sadness. Antidepressant helped me to get on with life after Lucy died or something like this. Arthritis already we have discussed, repeat the same thing, and problem after 40 years will come. That is why we have to eat a lot of protein and minerals and carbohydrate food substance is more important than only eating the carbohydrate anything. A disease that caused the joint and become a swollen crippled. My grandfather is also my grandmother, father, my father, my grandmother also, and gone before because of that arthritis, asthma and so many problems caused by taking lot of too much of pills in the empty stomach. And next is malignant. Malignant means they expected to grow and get much worse related to that cancerous cell. Malignant means and some of this condition, some of that cancerous condition can be controlled. The uncontrolled condition is called malignant. Expected to grow and get much worse, especially related to the cancerous cells. I am afraid at least one of the tumor is malignant. The silver is that best ornament to wear. Cancer people is to wear that silver ornaments in the hand, leg, and also and that body, neck. Their problem will be reduced. I know because of that. One tumor was developed in my son. Immediately I provided that silver ring. That tumor is disappear. Growth. Overgrowth of any part of body is considered as that should be controlled. Numb. No feeling in that certain body part. The needle will make you lower body feel numb. Yes. If we sit permanently in one place means we get that numbness, even in that one leg we cannot, even during the night times we get that numbness because no blood circulation in any part of that and hand or anything for this. That is why we have to change the position of sleeping during the night times to avoid the numbness for this. Paralyzed, you know very well that will not work regarding for this. If the paralyzed work in that multiplication side, and left hand is affected means right leg, left hand and right leg will be affected, right hand and left leg will be affected, and body is also cross section regarding paralyzed, unable to move certain area of that body, whether hand or leg or face or whatever it may be. And suppose this paralyzed happen in lungs and also heart and many more places, means that is for attack. And we thought her leg were paralyzed for life, and but she is learning how to walk. She is how to, even that one of these great scientists is also used to always, even Kalaignar was because of this paralytic problem, and famous scientist also used to travel only in the and chair or electric chairs. Pharmacy and drugstore, you know very well that pharmacy, a place where the people to go to buy medicine and other medical supplies, because in the pharmacy people, those who completed SSLC or 12th or experienced people are working. The people directly go and get medicine from the self medication with the help of the pharmacy people. That is not good and not advisable. After prescription from the doctor only, we have to get medicine or pills, whatever it may be. That is good for our health. Yeah, we should not go and get for the self medication oftenly. But oftenly we should not get. Rarely we can get, but hardly. And getting medicine from the pharmacist is good for our life. You should be able to buy bandage at the pharmacy, yes, and you should be able to buy a bandage at a pharmacy. Bandage is only in the pharmacy regarding for this. And physician, doctor. Physician means doctor. Ask your family physicians to refer to a specialist. Poison or poisonous, the substance that is very dangerous. If it is enter in that human body, any toxic substance enter into our body, we will die. The function of the lungs and heart will be stopped, mind will be stopped. Regarding with the snake poison and many pesticides or biocides or insecticides or rodenticides, whatever it may be, if we consumed means we will get problem. Immediately treatment will be given. The child was bitten by a poisonous snake, that should be and treated in for this. Prenatal means of the time of period leading up to the giving birth. The woman was well prepared for labor because she took the prenatal classes. And what are that during of deliveries? What are the things the woman should do regarding for this? If we act according to that, doctor means definitely we will go to the operation theatre. If we act according to our grandmother means normal delivery will happen in our house only. Need not give lot of amount, need not cut your stomach regarding for this. Do that lot of physical work rather than mental work, anything. Prescription and prescribe. And the correct amount of that type of medicines need to be cure and illness and relieve symptoms. You will need to visit your doctors to get another prescription. So when people used to get a prescription from the doctor means they used to for that many years. That is not good. One person will not affected with that same bacteria or same virus. Time to time the antibodies will be changed. So we must get the current and updated prescription is very important. Prescription should be honored by the druggist or pharmacist. That is more important to save the people health. Privacy or private, blank to alone. Personal or a test result. Okay, you will have to pay for the private hospital room if you don't want your roommate. If you don't want the roommate regarding for this, go and regarding Caesar. Caesar, SEIZURA. Sudden violent movement of that unconscious caused by that electrical signals malfunctions in the brains. The people who suffer from epilepsy are that prone to seizures. Yes, epilepsy means some kind of disorder functions of that epilepsy, function of the hand and leg or eyes or something like that. People who suffer from epilepsy, sudden violent movement or unconscious control the electrician. Too much of adrenaline is secreted in our body, we will be affected with epilepsy. epilepsy for this. These are that some of the and important terms we must keep in our mind to win the heart of the people and heart of the patients. That is more important than anything from that. Okay, and read and go through all those things. That is important. We will discuss some other topic in the next class.